NBA single-game three-point record, 3-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star, most points scored in a quarter ever. While it's been over 2 years since we've last seen Klay Thompson on the court, make no mistake, this dude can ball with the best of them. Buried amongst the endless hours of shooting highlights from Thompson's career, we've uncovered 10 plays where Klay straight up humiliated other NBA players.
Yeah, he wants a heat check, and Cousins ran out on him.
5 for 5, including 3 threes. And that's a deep one.
He shot for the heat.
Let me paint this picture for you. Klay's roughly halfway through the greatest scoring quarter in NBA history, having scored nearly half of his eventual 37 points up to this moment. Coming off an Andrew Bogut screen, Thompson has officially entered the heat check stage and wants the ball. He receives it in form of a Draymond Green pass and sizes up Kings guard Nick Stauskas near the top of the three-point line. He's about a good 5 feet from behind the actual three-point line, and Stauskas knows. What he doesn't know is that Klay is about to pull off one of the most disrespectful moves in basketball on him. As Thompson sizes him up, he points to the three-point line, telling Stauskas that he's going to shoot it. Then, before he can react, Thompson rises up and drains a 26-footer right in Stauskas' grill, trotting back before the ball even enters the rim. Now that is a straight baller.
Lillard puts the speed on. Lillard is back.
Don't sleep on Klay's defense either. The sharpshooting two-guard is one of the league's premier defenders, having earned all defensive team honors over the course of his career. This play starts on the other end of the floor with Damian Lillard working through a high screen to get to the basket. As he squeezes by several Warrior defenders, Klay lurks on the opposite side of the paint, ready for action. All of a sudden, Lillard blows past Warrior center JaVale McGee and sees a sliver of daylight at the rim. Before he can even plant for his dunk, Thompson flies over to his side of the paint, meeting Lillard at the rim and absolutely swatting the 6'2" Weber State Products poster attempt. To add insult to injury, Thompson ran up the floor on the ensuing possession and sunk a transition three while Lillard was still on the ground, reeling from Thompson's rejection at the rim. Now that is ice cold.
Green throws it out. Harrison Barnes, Thompson to the basket and finish.
Growing up, I remember watching guys like Ray Allen, Peja Stojakovic, and J.J. Redick who could shoot the ball with the best of them. Those guys were straight flamethrowers running around screens and firing triples with the smallest sliver of space. I was in awe of their ability to shoot in the smallest of windows, torching nets on a nightly basis. While they were certified snipers, they rarely attacked the paint, let alone dunked. While guards like Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade did that on a regular basis, they lacked the shooting that those guys possessed. Never have we seen a guy who can run around screens all game, then with the simplest shot fake, drive in the lane and throw down a post or dunk. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Klay Alexander Thompson.
Van Vliet in pursuit. Iguodala back out to Green. Thompson, one fake, one dribble, one shot. Got it!
One of the deadliest things about Klay is that he can make a play without you even realizing what happened. One simple shot fake and a swift sidestep, and he can go from being smothered to wide open. Still don't believe me? Let's explore Exhibit A. Here is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year and a 6-time All-Defensive Team member, Kawhi Leonard. With less than 1 minute left in a crucial Game 5 of the NBA Finals, a wide-open Klay Thompson receives a pass from Draymond Green behind the three-point line. As he lines up to shoot the go-ahead basket, Leonard comes flying towards Thompson, lunging to block the Warriors' star guard. With one simple shot fake, Leonard goes flying by and completely out of the play. In sync, Thompson sidesteps and puts up a wide-open three-point that barely grazes the net, giving the Warriors a 106-103 advantage. While the shot was big, the way he displaced Leonard was arguably bigger, as very few players have ever made Kawhi look that exposed on a play. Now Thompson is one of those players.
Not letting the Warriors just go anywhere they want.
Klay splitting the defense, and that's
The Warriors versus the Thunder were some of the greatest Western Conference rivalries during the past decade. While Steph Curry and Kevin Durant received a majority of the attention during those matchups, Klay made his presence felt as well. With the Warriors up by 21 early in the third quarter of a 2015 matchup, Thompson reminded the Thunder that he is more than a sharpshooter. Being hounded by Thunder guard Andre Robertson, Thompson took a handoff pass and curled around a Draymond Green screen. As he slipped past Green, he took off towards the lane, splitting between the defense of Steven Adams and Serge Ibaka. With Robertson still on his hip, Thompson rose up and threw down a vicious one-handed jam over Kevin Durant, who had come over to contest the dunk. Not too bad for a sharpshooter, huh?
State beats the Pistons back, though.
Kyle Singler, a former Duke star and college standout, had quite an underwhelming career filled with very few highlights. He can thank Klay Thompson for one of them, however, although he was on the wrong end of it. In a February 2014 matchup between the Pistons and the Warriors, Klay took an outlet pass from a Warriors teammate and drove towards the basket on a fast break. Like all poster dunks, the guy who ends up getting dunked on jumps, thinking he can block the dunk attempt. You'd think people would learn. Unfortunately, Kyle Singler chose to learn the hard way. Thompson rose up over Singler and his outstretched arms, throwing down a one-handed jam and sending Singler stumbling into the crowd. I guess some people really never do learn.
Curry, Thompson. Thompson goes inside.
Much like the previous two plays, Klay's athleticism seemed to have been underestimated once again. Late in the fourth quarter of a tight contest between the Blazers and the Warriors, Thompson destroyed Portland, much like he has done so many times during his career. In this play, he received the ball at the top of the key, pressured by Blazers guard Steve Blake. As he jab-stepped in Blake's grill, he managed to get around the Blazers veteran guard and gain the inside edge towards the rim. With Blake riding his hip, Thompson elevated for a one-handed jam, posterizing Blazers center Robin Lopez in the process. Why Lopez decided to jump is beyond me, but he sure did make the play more memorable.
He gives him time to get set and knock it down.
A long three for Thompson, and that is...
While Klay has had a lot of memorable games over his illustrious career, his 2016 Western Conference Game 6 performance probably tops the charts. Down 3-2 on the road against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Thompson led the charge with a playoff record 11 three-pointers and 41 points, while leading the Thunder to a crucial victory. Klay hit a lot of clutch buckets to keep the Thunder within striking distance, but his shot against Russ was just straight disrespectful. With the Thunder down 7 with 5 minutes to go, Klay got the ball off a screen and roll at the top of the key. Although his body was centered to the rim, he was a good 5 to 6 feet behind the three-point line with Russell Westbrook in his face. Suddenly, before Russ could react, Thompson rose up and nailed a deep three that brought the Thunder within 4 with less than 5 minutes to go. What made this shot so crazy was the fact that Klay seemed to wait until Russ was in his face before launching the deep shot, wanting to sink it right in the former MVP's grill. Now that is some serious confidence.
13. Plays the now.
Devin Booker may be one of the best shooting guards in the league, but that hasn't stopped Klay from getting the best of the young Phoenix Sun. In this play, Klay got the ball on the left wing at the three-point line. With Devin Booker playing airtight defense on him, Klay hit him with a spin cycle and a jab, temporarily freeing him from Booker. As he lost him, Thompson rose up and took a spinning three-point shot that absolutely torched the rim without touching the net. Nothing but Klay.
Thompson drives on Mozgov, gets to the rim and throws it.
During the 2015 NBA Finals, Klay delivered one of the highlight plays during the series, throwing down a poster dunk on Cavaliers big man Timothy Mozgov. Now, Mozgov is a respectable defender, but was no match for the Warriors guard on this play. Isolated at the top of the key, Thompson sized up the Russian big man with a couple of hesitation dribbles. As the shot clock drained to its final seconds, Thompson blew past the 7'1" center and rose up for a one-handed jam. As he went for the stuff, Mozgov went for the spike and missed. Klay jammed it over the Cavaliers center, silencing a roaring Quicken Loans arena and cutting the league to single digits. Lesson is, don't underestimate Klay. He'll catch you sleeping and make you pay. While Klay will likely be a much different player the next time he steps on an NBA court, he'll always be a guy who can get the job done. What makes him so special is his unpredictability. One minute he's throwing down a poster dunk, and the next minute he's launching a three-pointer from 26 feet out. You can't predict what this guy will do because if you try, you'll likely be wrong. Another guy who is so unpredictable is the heart and soul of the Warriors, Dre Magic. Have you ever wondered why the guy is so intense? If not, I got the video here just for you, where I go over Draymond's story and how his past shaped the person he is today. Click it, guys, watch it, and I'll see you on the other side.